What's up, guys? Welcome back to LIFM, and we're going to be doing another EDH replay video here on MTGO. There was some slight interest in the Ruric deck. A few people mentioned that I run quite a bit of non-basics for a Ruric deck, and they're interested to see how it plays out. So in this game, I'm playing Ruric, of course, and I'm facing Scion of the Ur Dragon. So this hand is actually there's no creatures in this hand, but I decided I'll go with it. I have Green Sun Zenith, and I have Burning Earth. 5-color decks usually play a lot of non-basic lands, so the strategy here is to basically punish my opponent for playing non-basic lands. So first turn Forest pass, my opponent plays a non-basic. Second turn here, I believe I Green Sun Zenith for either land or elf or Fëanor Elf. And next turn my plan is to play Burning Earth. So Mountain, Burning Earth, pass the turn right back. It's interesting to note I could have played Wreak Havoc here, but I'd rather save this for an artifact, especially with Burning Earth. I'd rather save this for an artifact that I'm more concerned about at this point. So here I attack for 1, and I play Sylvan Library. I feel like that was my best play, again, over Wreak Havoc. So my opponent's taking 3 damage here just to play Sword of Fire and Ice. So here with Sylvan Library, I get 2 extra lands, and I believe I just pay 8 life to keep them both. You're going to see that I actually take a significant amount of damage from my Sylvan Library in this match, but I feel like I'm in the control position right now, and that's why I went that route. Here I could have landed Wormcoil Engine or Xenaghost. I actually really thought about landing Xenaghost, but I believe I chose to go with Ruric Thar because I'm ahead, and I want that if my opponent chooses to destroy any of these things or creatures, they have to take another 6 in addition to damage from tapping non-basic lands. So that's why I went with my commander instead and passed the turn. I can take 6 to play Xenaghost if I have to play it later. So my opponent plays a land and passes. So here again, I pay extra life to keep cards from the top of my deck. And the reason I do this is I'm going to swing for 6, and then I'm going to ramp a little bit. So I'm going to play Yavimaya Dryad, get a land, and then I believe I play Borderland Ranger as well. My opponent's at 30 at this point. And as you can see, I actually didn't get my non-basic land. I chose to get a basic with this. Here my opponent's going to be doing 6 damage to themselves to play Yosei. So I pay 8 life here again, keep the 2 lands, just because I don't want to be drawing any of those cards next turn. That's the reason I decided to go that route. Here I choose to take 6 from my Xenaghost. It puts me to 14, but I know I have Wormcoil Engine in hand. I thought for sure my opponent was going to block my Ruric Thar, but if he doesn't and he blocks one of my 2/2s, he's taking 8 damage. So either way, it's fine with me. Again, when you're in the control position, it's a good spot to be in. So here I use Rurik's plus ability. I mean Xenaghost's plus ability for 3 mana, so I can cast Wormcoil Engine, as I am at 14 life at this point. So my opponent taps 3 mana to cast Loxodon Warhammer, so they end up taking 3 to cast it, and then 6 more for casting it. So they just took 9 damage on that one play alone. And if they want to equip, they're going to take 3 more damage. Now right here, my opponent's actually not in a good position. If they swing at Xenaghost or me and I don't block, they go to 14, and I have 14 damage on board. If I do block, however, my opponent gets to gain 8 life, kill Ruric Thar, tap down my permanents, and next turn potentially wipe the board. So if I take 8, I just go down to 6, so I believe I just take 8 here and pass the turn, and my opponent decided to scoop. So yeah, that was another Ruric Thar match. Thanks for watching, guys.